So good morning, Kestrel. It's Thursday. Okay, we're looking at angles today, and for the next probably 6 to 8 days we will be looking at angles. Okay, so you need to search the house and find a protractor. It's really important that you start practicing using a protractor. If you haven't got one, you might have to invest in one when next time you go shopping, but we're going to be using them for the next 6 to 8 days. Okay, and the paper ones I put down for today will not last that long. Okay, notice that the protractor that I've drawn for you and the one that I've got on your document has two readings. Okay, so remember we talked about an inner and an outer scale. So the angles will read from 0 to 180 going from left to right, and also going from right to left, 0 to 180. It depends where you are measuring your angle. Okay, so let's just go down to the bottom and remind ourselves what an acute angle is any angle between 0 and 90 degrees, and obtuse is any angle between 90 and 180, and a reflex is any angle between 180 and 360. Okay, so reflex angles, when we measure them, are going to be a problem, simply because our protractors are only 180 degrees. Okay, so a quick trick for when you're working out reflexes is work out the smaller angle and take that off 360. So if you look at my picture, we talked about the hands of the clock. Okay, so my big hand, which is this one here, is pointing to 12. This would be 3 o'clock, which is obviously 90 degrees. Okay. This one I reckon is about 4 o'clock. So remember the rule, every hour that you go around the clock you add 30 degrees onto the previous angle. Okay, so 90 add 30 is 120. So that angle is 120 degrees. Okay, if I know a complete turn is 360, okay, I take away my 120. Okay, and this angle here with a question mark on is a reflex angle. Okay, but I won't be able to measure it with my 180 degree protractor, but I can measure the other angle, this one here, which I know is 120, okay, there. So I simply take that off 360. So the mystery angle is 240. So that's something you could do when you're measuring reflex angles. Work out the smaller angle, take it off 360, and it should give you the reflex angle. Okay, so Thursday work, you're going to be looking at lots of different angles. It doesn't specifically have to be a reflex angle. I want you to really practice measuring angles. Okay, I've attached a PowerPoint to this lesson as well. Okay, but really practice measuring your angles. Remember, you have to kind of get your crosshairs where the two lines meet. Okay, and make sure that you have your straight line measuring from 0, okay, which is this line, and then you read off using either the inner angle, okay, the inner scale or the outer scale, what the angle is. Okay, so it's all about practice. You can use the paper ones, but they're not going to be great. But search your house, ask your brothers and sisters who are at secondary school whether they've got one in their pencil case. But ideally, you need a protractor definitely for next week when we'll be doing lots of work on angles. Okay, best of luck.